What is up, everybody? I'm your host Sean with Paper Planes, and welcome to episode 3 of my Dark Souls complete walkthrough. We're going to hit the bonfire real quick. I want to attune my second spell here. This is the Soul Arrow. I'm going to show you guys an example of when I like to use this kind of spell. And to do that, I'm going to equip my Catalyst here, the Sorcerer's Catalyst, and you must have a Catalyst enabled in order to use the sorcery spell. Since I have the Catalyst in my left hand, I'm going to activate my spell by pressing the left bumper. Okay, so I still got my axe in my right hand, so I can do the physical combat like that. But when I get up here and I target this guy, I can now hit him with my ranged attack, and he goes down. Okay, so this is a very useful spell early on. You're going to get a lot of mileage out of this soul arrow here. And the great thing about targeting is it's going to go straight at the enemy. It's not something that, I mean, they can definitely avoid it, but it'll follow them a little bit. Let's see here. Alright. And this guy up top standing over there is going to throw fire bombs at us, so definitely want to hit him with this ranged attack. We're going to have his buddy over here. Whoops. You see there how easy it is to evade the magic attack. So if you don't get the jump on them, see, that attack is so slow that sometimes it's hard to parry it. You just don't, you end up pressing your parry button a little bit too quickly. So you can just get behind him, swing away. Alright, so let's go over here and grab this item since we're down here. And there's another item across this bridge right here. So you want to get a running start. We're going to make this jump. Now, some of you are going to fall. You're going to end up rolling instead of jumping. And that's okay. It happens. Even to the best of us, the most experienced players, it's going to happen every once in a while. So at least you're close to the bonfire and you can get your souls back. What this ring is the Ring of Sacrifice. And what this does, here, I'll open it up here. Ring of Sacrifice is going to enable you to lose nothing upon your death. It's a one-time use only thing, so when you die, it breaks. So you don't really want to equip it unless you've got a lot of souls on you. So you're going to save that for a pertinent moment. Let's run out here. Make that jump. Alright, so now we're going to kill this guy up on top here where the stairs are. We can switch back to our soul arrow. Perfect. And there we got a short sword from him. I don't really like that weapon, so I'm going to stick to my axe that I've got. When you're in an area like this, I like to two-hand to get a quick hit on the rat. Rat will drop a humanity every once in a while, so you definitely want to kill the rats whenever you see them. They're one of the few enemies that have a fairly common humanity drop rate. Now, a lot of you will want to get through this gate, but you can't. It doesn't matter if you have the master key, it's just locked from the other side. So we'll come back and get in that door eventually, and behind that door is the female undead merchant. She's got some pretty good gear that we need to buy, so looking forward to getting in there. See, that slow attack is always the one that gets me. It gets me every time. So you can hear the other guy coming along. So we'll focus on him. Jesus. Alright, so now that that's done with, I'm trying to show you guys how to parry, but the slow attacks are just so hard to time that I always get a little bit over anxious. Alright, we'll come back to that thing in a second. I want to make sure that we kill this enemy over here. You can hear the guys below us moving. Don't worry about that. They're just down below. Alright, so we're going to drop down here. Here we get the large soul. There's one. And since we're on an elevated platform where he can't reach me, the guy's going to go all the way around. See that ladder there? What they do is they crawl all the way around and then drop down over here. Just like this guy doing. Except he's going to be stuck there. He did not complete that the way he wanted to. Alright, so before we get in this area too deep, let's go up here and grab this item. Now, there's nothing up here. This is blocked. Don't try to go up here. You can't do anything. Alright, so now we can continue down this way. There's some guys hanging on the patio here. Knock their wrist off. Okay, and here is the rubbish item. And the rubbish is only used to trade with Snuggly. So if you don't know how to do that, click on the link I'm providing in the video annotation and you can figure that out. Treasure ahead, basically it's telling you that when you climb up this ladder, there's something there still remaining for you. So we got a kill, and you're definitely not sure how that happened. Sometimes the enemies just fall. They get to an area and they keep trying to get to you and they just end up being clumsy and fall. So that's fair enough. Alright, so now we're back at the main area here. We're back on the right path. We're going to go through this fog gate. Now this is an area that's heavy with PvP. A lot of people will come here just to troll new players and beat up on underwhelmed, underpowered players. So this is another area where you don't want to be in human form. So be careful about that. If you don't want to be griefed or invaded, just stay hollow. Praise the sun. You'll see this all the time. Basically, that's the calling sign of the Sunbro Covenant. There's a different name for it. I'm trying to think of it. I think it's maybe Sunlight Warriors. I don't know. I can't think of what it's actually called, but we will get there soon enough. Be wary of headshots. So they're warning you about that archer up there in the center of the screen. Sniper ahead. Another warning for that. So we'll basically draw out these guys. Come on, buddies. This is just an easy way to get kills. You know, like using your soul arrows now is a good idea because you're not going to have much use for them and there's a bonfire coming up. So you always want to approach things safe. So you can open up this door here, and you've got a wooden shield waiting on you. You know, like the shield is not too good. It's okay, but it's not better than what we have now. So we'll kill that guy. Sometimes he's going to drop a bow for us, so if you want to keep going after him to get that drop, all you do is hit the bonfire and he'll respawn and you go after him again. So here I'm going to show you how to break the guard of these enemies. Well, I should target him first. You kick him in the chest and then you just go ahead and swing away. Alright, so we've got this guy targeted. That was interesting. You hear that explosion sound? That was kind of random. But yeah, obviously the spear guys hit me in the chest as well. They don't usually do that. They're pretty patient with their attacks. But when they see you swinging, they'll go ahead and go for an attack, especially if you're close. There's a guy here. He's waiting on you. Just go through him just like that. Alright, now here is a very important part. This guy is a vendor. Do not attack him. Let's see what this note says. Merchant, yeah. So we're going to talk to him. He's got a lot of items that we want to purchase. So let's see here.
Well now, you seem to think I'll try.
Just move through his text. He doesn't talk about anything in particular that you need to know about. So we'll purchase item. And the first thing that I'm going to buy from him is a weapon that I want to use early on right now. It's a reinforced club. This is a really good weapon. You can use this as a level 1. This is a weapon that I use to play throughout the whole game in some of my playthroughs. So that test tells you how good the potential of this weapon is. So I'm going to buy one of these. And then, let's see here. We're going to get the residence key. And we'll come back after we get some more souls to spend. So let's go ahead and switch up that weapon. Reinforced club. Heck yeah. And now we can tell our roll is a little bit slower here. So we're a little bit over encumbered. So I'm going to drop some of the items that I'm holding that's got me overweight. Let's see here. Could probably get rid of one more thing. Yep, okay. Even though the armor is good, I definitely want to have the mobility over the armor. You see how much more powerful the fireballs are? But certain enemies are weak to certain, spells, so magic isn't as effective on certain bosses or enemies than pyromancy is, so try tears. Oh, a little bit too far. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch back to our weapon. See that note sitting in there. So we've got a couple things that we're going to get right here. These are our throwing knives. They're really underwhelming, but if you do like certain challenging playthroughs, you might use them at certain points. Here you want to sprint and jump across the roof. Whoops, I missed that probably. Oh, and I'm dead. Awesome, awesome. That was great, because I didn't even rest at the bonfire because I thought there was no chance in hell I would die. So you guys are going to get to see what I'm talking about with this game. Sometimes you'll just make the slightest mistake, and I took that at a weird angle, and it caused me to roll off the platform there. So instead of editing the video, I'm going to show you how quickly you can get somewhere if you just focused on getting to that one particular spot. So we'll deal with this. I'll show you the jumping attack. This is the jumping attack, and I can do that because of the two. I'm holding the club. The club is an awesome weapon here. It's the reinforced club, and its moveset are just awesome. So you got to have it a little bit closer, but it just does so much damage. And if there's, if there's like a couple of enemies right there, it's going to kill all of them. It's really powerful. Oh, bogus. Alright, we'll get this guy to chase me down a little bit. Okay. So we'll kill that rat one more time. And now we're going to run back up here. That's so funny that I died like that. Alright. And you see that when I'm two-handing the weapon, obviously, I don't have the shield to use. but I can pretty much one-hit any enemy. Getting a little bit lazy there, but I can pretty much one-hit any enemy and not have to worry about that shield defense. Alright. So we don't have to take our time anymore because we've gotten every little item in this area. So now we can just run up here and hit the bonfire. I love this weapon because it's just like a baseball bat. It's hilarious. Just running around with a baseball bat with nails in it. Okay, so here is... Wait, did he drop something? No, okay. There are my souls down there, by the way. But I want to hit this bonfire before I do anything else. Let's go ahead and rest here. Remember to rest, not just light it. Okay, and now you'll see that the enemies are back there. So we're going to rush this archer before he can get ready. And we'll kill this guy. Dropped a little bit of armor for us. Don't really care about that piece. Well, he's doing the LeBron James attack there. Sometimes the weak zombies here have a really powerful attack, so you have to be prepared for that. Oh, we got to go all the way around here to get to that. And that attack is so powerful that it's just going to knock them back. Alright. Let's see. We got this guy again. The trap is set. I love this weapon. It's so great. It's just fun. Come on there, buddy. See, got both of them with one shot. So even if there's a couple enemies there, you can definitely use... That's what the jump attack is good for. You can take out a lot of enemies and deal a lot of damage at the same time. Alright, so let's do this the right way this time. Let's come in at a straight angle. There we go. Easy does it. And you're going to come on top of this stair set here. And here's where we get our light crossbow. Light crossbow is a good weapon. And then we can equip the standard bolts. These are for your arrows and these are for your bolts. Alright. So you can definitely have plenty of opportunities to where you're going to want to use that item. Now the zombies down here are back because we hit that bonfire. So we can do a plunging attack. Just like that. Don't worry about the guys behind me. We're just running down to the bonfire anyways. We're going to hit the bonfire one more time. And then we're going to fight some bad dudes to try to get some more souls. Alright, so we have humanity. So remember, I don't want to be in human form, but I do want to kindle this bonfire. So I'm going to do that at a later point in time. But I don't want to be human right here because it's a hot spot for PvP. Alright, we'll come kill this bad guy. See what he's got for me. Take care of this guy. Whoops. And that is an awesome drop to get. Getting a Titanite shard against weak enemies is always something that you really want. It's such a benefit. Okay, so there's bad guys up there. And a lot of you will want to sit there and take them out with an archer, but you don't need to do that. What you can do is you can run in this room really quick. You want to kill this guy the first chance you get. Whoops. Okay, that didn't work, but you can run back out here and they'll chase you. And then you're going to have a straight shot at every enemy coming in. See how easy that is? When you can put any kind of enemy, pretty much in any game, when you can get them in a bottleneck like that, it's going to work to your advantage. Alright, so now I'm going to run. Okay, cool. Let's see what this says. Need humanity. Don't listen to that right now. Doesn't make any sense. Alright, so we're going to run in here. There's two bad guys. Whoops. He was all ready for me. So there's two bad guys in here, and the other one's just around this corner. So just come out swinging real quick, and you'll take care of him. Now we've got an item in here that we're really going to like. Let's grab this. Black fire bombs. And these are excellent. They're going to help us take care of the Black Knight that's in this zone. He's up above us, or he's down below us actually. We'll see him in a minute. But I'm going to rush these guys and do a jumping attack. Oh, I was trying to roll out of the way fast enough, but that didn't happen. Sometimes you're just too far away and it just doesn't work. I'm just used to the zombies that approach you. It's weird when you have a zombie that kind of stands off, because the jump attack is perfect for the zombies that are coming at you. Alright, first we're going to come over here. We got this residence key to use. So we're going to go down here and grab this loot. Awesome. We've got some gold pine resin that's going to help us a lot with future fights. And then we've got this guy right here. Okay, whatever. He's moving a little bit out of range. We could use our sorcery spells, but there's no need to waste those right now. I'll show you what we're going to use them for in a second. So when they climb the stairs, they become kind of vulnerable. Come on, buddy. See, if your timing is right with all that stuff, they become very simple. Another Titanite shard, that's good. We like that. We're going to come up here first before we go any further, because we're going to use this area in a second to help us beat the Black Knight. You got to be careful with your jumping attacks up here, because you don't want to fall off like that guy does. So, you know, it is what it is. There we got some firebomb. Okay, so now we're just going to drop down here, and we're going to go kill us the last couple enemies over here. See, this guy right here, he's got a trap, and people are trying to get you to read this note, but they should put it a little bit in front of this stair, like right here instead of right there, because it's not very good if you just stop there. Come on, buddy. Alright, so you let him come down. Whoops. There we go. That'll work. Alright, so now let's get this Black Knight here. And the bad thing about this guy is he is super powerful. And you don't want to play around with him. And I'm not going to tell you guys how to do like parrying and stuff against him, because he is going to probably kill you many times if you try to do that right now. So I'm going to show you a tactic that'll work pretty much every time. So let's just hit him with a fireball to start off with. We can do some pretty good damage like that. Then you want to disengage and run. Just start sprinting. He will come, no doubt. You can hear him running still. So you just climb this ladder. This will be the first time ever if he stays there. I've never seen him just stick around. There he is. Okay. Well, you coming, big boy, or what? Alright, let's go get him. He didn't want to follow all the way for some reason. can hear him. He's thinking about it. Come on, buddy. He's trying to bait me. He'll probably turn around. If you walk really slow, you won't put out a lot of sound, and he won't hear you. So now he's back at his guarding post. We're good, we're good, we're good. Throw the bomb. Let's get him to follow this time. Yeah, he's definitely following. Alright, so you're just going to climb up this ladder. He's going to go one of two places. He's either going to stop right here, which is good. So you're going to use all your fireballs on him. Oh, that's not good. Alright, and he comes over here. So when you're attacking him right here, you want to make sure that you've got one foot, your front foot, on the board here. Your back foot, I apologize. Then you can target him. Alright, you step back a little bit because you don't want to step over the edge when you throw. And he puts his shield up every once in a while, not all the time. Okay, so we're out of fireballs there. So now I can switch over to my fire bombs. Oops. I got to use the X button to use that item. Sorry. Step back a little bit after each throw, because you don't want to fall off the ledge. If you fall, you're going to be fighting him. And I know a lot of you are thinking, I can just do my lunging attack, which you can, but it's not as powerful as you think against a heavily armored opponent like this. So here, we'll go ahead and switch to that. There we go. See, only 60 damage. So if you thought like you could get ahead of yourself and do that kind of attack early on, you would have been left with a Black Knight with a lot of health and who's pissed off, and you're kind of staggered in that little area. So this is a great drop for us. You get the chunk, which you're going to use later on when you upgrade your items, and then you get this Black Knight sword, which is a really, really good weapon. Okay, so we can't come close to handling it right now. We need to upgrade our stats, but that is what we've got for our future. Alright, so now that we've got a lot to spend, we're going to go back to the... oops, I don't want to forget the ring before we get too far ahead of ourselves. We're going to go back to where the Black Knight was and grab that ring that he was guarding. Real simple. Alright, come on, baby. Come to daddy. Give me that ring. And this is one of the first rings in the game that you'll actually wear. This is a blue tier stone ring. It's going to increase your defense when your health is very low. Alright, so this can save your life a few times, but it's not like a, I'm not calling it a good ring by any means, but for right now, when you have no other options, it's definitely useful. So we're going back all the way down to the Undead Merchant, because we got these souls that we want to spend. And keep in mind, I have not leveled up my character once. The first thing I wanted to do was upgrade my weapon. So I got the what am I holding here? The club, what is it? What kind of club? Reinforced club, that's what it is. I got the reinforced club, I've got the improved shield, I've got the sorcerer's catalyst, and the soul arrow spell. So having all those things combined is better than just spending my souls on levels right now. Alright, so let's purchase some items real quick. We're going to get the bow before we do anything else. The short bow. We need to have a long-range weapon. We're going to buy some standard arrow. Well, we'll buy some wooden arrows first. Let's get, let's get about 200 of those guys. We'll get 225, whatever. Okay. Now we're going to... Let's see. What do we want to do? Why? Sorry, lost my track. Okay. Wasn't letting me navigate through the menu for some reason. Now it's working. Okay, so want to buy this orange guidance soapstone. That's how you write messages. That's how you rate messages. Also, you can get this bottomless box. That's very helpful. And let's see, we're not going to need anything else from this guy right now. You can buy other weapons if you want. Like a dagger is nice to have, but this weapon that I've got right now is definitely the best item for me for the time being. You can increase your inventory with fire bombs, but it's not worth it for me. I'm going to spend these souls now at the bonfire. So we will do that. And since we're hitting the bonfire, we're going to respawn the enemies here. So we're going to level up. And that's going to give us some options to spend. So here's the first crossroads where you really have to figure out what is important to my character. What do I want to develop them in? So obviously, like, whatever weapon you're using or whatever you're using for combat the most is the most important stat to start looking at. So I think that I want to focus on getting to be able to use either this, I want to continue using the reinforced club, or I want to better my character to where I can use this Black Knight sword. So let's check it out and see what I need. So I need 20 strength and 18 dexterity. Okay. That's a lot. So let's see what this weapon right here uses for its main parameter. Okay, it requires strength and it scales with strength. So I know that I want to start spending points in strength to start with, because while I'm doing that, my club is becoming more effective in the meantime. So I'm going to start leveling up my strength stat before anything else. Now, you can do it totally different. If you want to play as a wizard, then you can start increasing your, like intelligence and your attunement skills, stuff like that. So definitely want to make sure that you're putting the points in the right place. But never put points in resistance. That is a complete waste. That should be the last skill that you ever put points in. So don't worry about that. Also, I remember that we purchased the bow, so you need to make sure that you have the ability to equip something like that. So let's go ahead and see what kind of skill, what kind of stats we need for that. Okay, so we need 12 dexterity, and we see that we can't hold it. So I'm actually going to do dexterity first, and then once I've got 12 dexterity, I'm going to start investing in strength. Okay. So we see here we don't have any souls left. Let's go ahead and use one of our souls in our inventory so we can purchase another level. And that's what's so great about having those souls sitting in your inventory like that. Alright, so now we can level the dexterity, and we've got enough to do a strength level. So good, we're looking good right now. We can actually use the bow in combat. Don't want to forget to equip the arrows, and don't worry about equipping arrows. They don't cost you any penalty towards your weight. See, we're still under load, so we're looking good right now. Okay, so we're going to finish off this episode here, and next episode will be number 4, and we're going to fight the boss in this area and progress through the next zone. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks a lot for checking it out. Thanks for checking out my video. If you enjoyed it, click the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel and social media accounts to keep current with Paper Planes updates. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.